What is the connection between Miss Casey, Macrodata Refinement, and those damn goats in Severance? This theory may give us some answers. Season 2 spoilers ahead. All right, so in my last video, I discussed the possibility that Gemma did not actually die in the car accident and Lumen faked her death in order to have someone to test their chips on off the books. But for this theory, let's discuss the possibility that Gemma actually did die in the car accident and that Miss Casey is a clone of Gemma. All right, let's break it down. What if Lumen has cracked the code on human cloning? But so far, there's a catch. The clones at this point are basically robots without emotion. So where do our friends in MDR come in? What if MDR is unknowingly refining emotions from these clones? Think about it. Their whole job is organizing numbers based on how they feel. That's always been a little strange, and everyone's always been wondering what that means. But what if those numbers are actually emotional data being tested and refined for Lumen's clones? Miss Casey, or Gemma's clone, is essentially Lumen's test subject. She's currently on ice in the testing floor waiting for her next activation. When she's brought online, Lumen tests her in live scenarios like with her wellness sessions with the innies, and every time they're looking for one thing: is she feeling anything? Now let's talk about these goats. Everyone remembers the bizarre scene from season 1 where Helly and Mark stumble upon the room full of goats. What if those goats were an earlier experiment? Lumen might have started testing cloning on animals before moving on to humans. And what was missing in those experiments? The emotions. They were able to successfully clone the goats, so they thought that they cracked the code, but those goats were actually just a stepping stone to creating clones like Miss Casey because they didn't take emotions into consideration. So here's where it all connects. Mark, completely unaware, is working in MDR to refine Miss Casey's file. Every time he organizes those numbers, he's helping Lumen perfect emotions for the clones. Now, the ultimate goal here is to give the clones fully functional emotions so they're indistinguishable from real people. They may be close, but they aren't there yet. No matter how much Lumen has tried to refine these chips, Miss Casey's emotional development has always fallen a little bit short. That could explain why she seems robotic in some moments, but also has moments of genuine emotion, like her tearful reaction when she was sent back to testing. And let's not forget, if Lumen succeeds in this experiment, imagine the larger implications here. Lumen could clone anyone, control their emotions, and use them for whatever purpose they want. The severance chips and the cloning experiments could work hand in hand to create perfect, compliant humans, soldiers, politicians, leaders, etc. But I think the main purpose of the cloning here is for Jay Megan and his predecessors' selfish reasons. Our podcast's current working theory is that the chip in Jay Megan's head is actually housing the consciousness of all the previous CEOs of Lumen. Remember the weird conversation between Helly and Jamie in the bathroom in season 1 finale? I think he was hinting that when he dies and Helena takes over, he will still be with her in the chip she receives. I think the chip is a band-aid for the Egan heirs, and what they really want is eternal life with actual bodies. The ability to be cloned when their current body is dying, and their consciousness and emotions would be transferred to the new vessels. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Miss Casey is a clone or actually Gemma? And of course, please hit that subscribe button for future theory videos. All right, until next time, guys.